Hi, good afternoon, good day, nice to see you. Thank you for your subscription, thank you for your comment, thank you for watching, thank you for being here and watching this video. Today we have French crepe, French salty crepe. It's a savory meal and the crepe is originate from France, the word crepe, and one province of France is famous for the crepe. It's Brittany, les crêpes bretonnes, as we used to say in French. The crepe from Brittany are very famous. So you have two types of crepe, the sweet one and the salty one. Today we're doing the salty one. And the salty one are used as a main course meal in the sense that you make the crepe, which is a batter, and you stuff the crepe with any kind of product you can imagine, any kind of food for a main course. And we'll start with the batter. The first thing I will start with is the wet ingredient. I have milk, and a word about milk. You have all kind of milk. You have, of course, the cow milk, goat milk, but you have also almond milk, soy milk, rice milk, oat milk, and cashew milk, and name it. There's a lot of milk type of product on the market. Not all milk are equal. And what I mean by that is some milk are thinner than other milk. So if you have a recipe and it's called for 200 grams of milk and your milk is very thin, then your recipe will be very wet. If you have a milk which is thicker, maybe almond milk for instance, then because it's thicker, and it will vary from brand to brand. So don't think that almond milk will be thicker automatically. You have some almond milk, and I test different brand, and some brand of almond milk are really light, liquid. Some are thicker. It's almost a cream or half and half in terms of density. So when you prepare your recipe, be aware of that factor. So if the milk is thicker, you will need a little bit more milk to balance the density of the batter. If your milk is very light, very liquid, you will need less milk to balance the density of your batter. So I have milk, then I have yogurt. Yogurt is, it's a base, it's a milk product. Or there's a substitute to milk, and there's a brand called So Delicious. This is the name brand. It's a coconut milk yogurt alternative. This is vegan, and using coconut milk, they managed to create something like a milk. It's a very nice product, and you can use it in your recipe for instead of yogurt, milk-based yogurt. So I put the yogurt here and I whisk that gently. I have some oil, 15 grams of oil. I have fresh thyme and I put that in there. It's a salty dough, so I have pepper for seasoning and I have a salt also for seasoning. And I mix like that. I'm just lightly, don't worry about this stage. Then I will add the flour progressively, little by little. Make sure it's all mixed. I have 200 grams of all-purpose flour. Organic, unbleached will be the best choice. And you can find that on your local market. And the batter is getting, thicker. And since I'm putting a little bit at a time, I don't have any crumb there. There's so little effort here. And as you see, it's a nice batter. So that's it for the batter. Very easy, very simple. As I like to say, I'm a simple person doing simple things. So you saw that in real time. This is the batter with some explanation. And we're ready to go to the phase 2 of 3-phase recipe. Phase 2 is the stuffing. Here we are. We're at the stove and I spray olive oil in the pan using a sprayer like this one. And this will be just enough to add some flavor to the food. I'll add the onions and of course the pan has been preheated. And if you want to know what the expression sauté means jump. And this is sauté. So what I'm looking for the onion to become translucent. The recipe, by the way, is in the description of the video. So as ingredient we have onions, we have a touch of garlic, to taste, and we'll add the zucchini at this point. We'll let this cook a little bit to at the point where the onion becomes translucent. The zucchini, we don't want the zucchini to collapse and overcook. We want the zucchini to keep like a little bit of structure. And when we see this is coming together, we'll add the tofu. Coming together very nicely. As you can see now, the color of the zucchini is getting more intense. The onions are slightly changing color, like this. Very good. I will put some salt, and what I do is spread the salt over the surface, and I have some pepper. Try to cover the surface of the vegetables. Woohoo! We have fun here. If we don't have fun in the kitchen, get out of the kitchen. Kitchen is there to prepare food to share with other people. This is a time to give ourselves to others. You never cook for yourself. I don't know anybody cooking for themselves. Most of the people, most of the bachelor I know, when they cook, they say, I cook for myself. Yeah, of course. You open a box, put that in the microwave and play it. Start. That's not cooking. So, cooking is for the joy of sharing with others. See now the color is a nice brown color there from the onions. So I set the heat at medium on this range. So it's coming together very nicely. This guy jumped out. I'll ask him to come back here, join the crowd. It's a little bit crowded in the pan. But you hear the sizzling of the vegetable and you see how much steam is coming out? All of the vegetables. In regard with the tofu, I drain the tofu. I use a paper towel and absorb the excess of water from the tofu, from the package. So it will cook better there. Now I see that everything is coming together very, very nicely. That's it. So this is the end of the phase 2. Phase 3 is coming up. Let's put that aside, do a cleanup, and then I'll come back making the crepe. I'm using this non-stick 12 inches pan. I can use the smaller 10 inches carbon steel Mauviel. The color you see there because I season this Mauviel pan, crepe pan, over the time, and it's get that patina, that color, and that's create a natural non-stick surface. This is good for individual crepe. Today we'll try to do like a family crepe, a large one for 2, 3, even 4 serving per crepe. So let's do it. Let's take the batter, and I put the batter in a measuring cup. It's easier to pour. I go like this and do a circle. Now this batter is quite thick, and for that reason I'm going to use delicious, a kind of a rake used for the crepe making, and the purpose of that is to spread the batter around and around and around and make a very regular crepe there. And what we're looking for at this point is to see the vapor, the water vapor moving, coming out. We listen to the sound, sizzle. So that's mean there's water in contact with the pan, and this water come to a boiling point. What we are looking for is the surface of the crepe to be completely dry before we can flip the crepe. To flip the crepe, there's a tool. I don't have any name known to me in English. I call that a batter, a paddle. And the paddle is used to flip the crepe. Right now the crepe seems to be very happy. And I'll wait a little bit more for a golden trim around the crepe. It's a little bit too early, it's not cooked enough, so I'll crank up the heat a little bit more. I'll adjust the heat. It was at medium low, and I'm cranking up between medium low and medium. I don't want to have the temperature too high, because if the temperature is too high, you'll burn the crust, the batter inside is not cooked, and then you flip a crepe and you have a result which is a crunchy outside and a mushy inside, and it's not really pleasant, and that's not what we're looking for. We try to have a thorough cooking. As you can see now, the amount of steam has greatly reduced. There's less and less steam, and now it's a little bit golden. I'll leave it there like a little bit longer. Maybe the temperature was not hot enough. The temperature we're looking for is between 325 and 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And now I have a crepe. You see the color now, it's exactly what we're looking for. That beautiful brown golden color, this is exactly what we're looking for. Then we'll put our filling, or stuffing if you want to call that stuffing, it's not a turkey. The filling. And you give the time for the other side to become golden and brown. And when it's golden and brown, you flip it. So we'll let the time do his work. So there's intense sizzling, that means there's a lot of water, and you see the steam coming out right there and there. So as the steam come out, evaporate, the batter cook, and will remain flexible. Meanwhile, I will add, traditionally, in some cases, they will add to the filling of the crepe, they will add either a bechamel sauce, they will add cheese. So there's vegan cheese now of high quality which melt very nicely, and you can put your favorite cheese there, a cheese that melts easily, and that will add to the pleasure of having the crepe like that. In Europe and around the world, there's many variation of crepe. There's variation of crepe in Germany. There's variation of crepe in India. In India, they call that a dosa. It's a large crepe, and it can be much larger than what the 12 inches we have here. In fact, if you go to in Europe, in France, and you see a stand where they serve crepe, they have a burning about 18 to 24 inches wide. In matrix would be like 45 to 60 centimeter wide, and they pour the batter there, and they put the stuffing, they flip it, put the stuffing, and then serve it to you on a paper. And that's, the historian said this crepe, the crepe was the first, or is the first fast food in the world. That was the first food served on a sidewalk, on the go, ready to eat like that. So you have it. This is your crepe, and I will plate it. And you can serve it with salad. A nice salad would be welcome with that, some condiment, tomato, and other things like that. And you have a healthy, delicious, flavorful meal that you can serve to your friend. So you can share that 2 people easily, maybe 3 for this one. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your interest. Thank you for your comment. Don't forget to subscribe. If you find any interesting thing to this recipe, call your friend, share the link with your friend. We are in the process of producing 42 recipes, and this is recipe number 6. See you soon and enjoy. Thanks.